me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin the Believer. Hello.
Hello on this lovely evening that is November 6th.
It is a beautiful, well, you listen in the future.
Yes, but tonight, in real, for the purposes of our banter tonight, I need it to be in real time.
Oh, okay. So basically we get 2 weeks of my birthday?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how it should always be
Girl.
for the little princess.
I won't argue. You know I'm the youngest. I love all the attention.
Right. Yeah, so I've been waiting to give you your present because I felt like our listeners would appreciate it as well.
Okay.
So, whenever you're ready, it's no hurry.
I couldn't be more ready. But before you do it, I do want to say thank you to everybody who has said happy birthday to me on the Facebook page.
Oh, I know. Everybody's been so sweet.
I know.
Good grief. Blech. No, I'm just kidding. It's so cute. It's so sweet. Danny's message was hilarious. How it cracked me up. And then he's talking about his tush. I'm like, look, I'm not apologizing. If that's what you're here for, I'm not, because I knew you would love it, Danny. Anyway, happy birthday, Erin. So, yeah, yesterday I really tried hard. I feel like I failed you bad, miserably.
You did not. I will lick your nose.
No, thank you. But I thought I would be fancy. It's so funny. I do this to myself. I had a weekend of no plans.
Okay.
So then when our other sister and I started planning your birthday, I was like, oh, I'm not going to get her regular ice cream cake. I'm going to make that bitch an ice cream cake. I'm going to make it from scratch. It failed because then I forgot physics. Like I forgot how things work, how things go from solid to liquid. Like I got it all to work. I borrowed lots of tools from your house.
You
to
sure
make
did.
it work.
I was so curious.
like I need parchment paper.
Saran wrap, parchment. I'm like, wow.
What is she doing over there? I mean, it really was involved. But I got it to work. I finally was like, this is exactly what I want it to be.
Amazing.
And then I forgot Mom and Dad live like a 40-minute drive. And so in that 40 minutes, this ice cream cake rapidly just melted in front of my eyes all over my car. I still have huge white streaks all in my front seat.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. And the whole time I'm like, no. But that's not how frozen things work either. You can't just tell them to stop.
Yeah, I will say from my perspective, totally worth it.
Oh.
It was still really good.
Mm-hmm. You kept saying that, but it's like, you're so sweet.
No, it wasn't actually cake. It was brownie, which is better than any cake there's ever been.
Well, I know. That's why I did it, because I was like, she loves a good brownie.
I do love a good brownie. And then it was like ice cream icing.
You're so sweet.
It was delicious. I loved it. In fact, I was kind of bummed I didn't get any leftovers.
Oh, they're all in Mom and Dad's freezer.
I'm going to get some next week.
The whole plate. So, we're going to play a little game.
Okay.
You really have 3 options for your birthday present.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we kind of have door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3.
Okay.
But then I don't know how this is not going to fail, as kind of like the cake, because what if you pick the option you don't want? Maybe I should just tell you what your 3 options are.
Is one of them a bad option?
No, but they might be tiered. I don't know.
Okay.
It's kind of one of those, you have options, because I thought I had the perfect gift picked out. And then you've said 2 or 3 other things. I'm like, oh, damn, that would have been a good present too.
I'm so curious.
Okay. Just pick. Door number 1, 2, or 3.
3.
Oh, okay. That's the best one.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, this is the one that I was...
Are there actual doors that you assigned them to?
In my mind, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was going to...
You were just going to swap?
I really thought you were going to go door number 1. And it was
I will always go 3. 3 is my favorite number.
Wow. Okay. Look at you. I did not know that. Learn something new about Erin every day. Okay. So door number 3, this is the one that I was so excited to tell on the podcast.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I picked it.
It's kind of the one I hope you go for.
Oh, okay.
But also no pressure.
I still get a choice. Okay.
You still have a choice, because nothing is all the way booked yet.
Booked?
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I am, if you choose, door number 3.
If you dare to accept it.
If you dare to accept it, hosting a psychic party.
Okay.
For you and, let's say, 4 of your closest friends.
Okay.
Now,
Yes, that
I'm
sounds
only
amazing.
paying for you and I, so you got to find.
Okay.
You got to find.
Got it.
3 other people. There's going to be 5 of us total. So we
Okay.
got to find 3 other people who would like to get a reading
Okay.
and also would like to bring some sort of snack. I mean, they can't just come and freeload.
Right? We're in
Yeah,
the
that's
South.
like,
Yeah, well, you always bring a dish.
always bring a dish when you come to a party.
This is like our friend Brooke who moved here from Oregon.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
she was, or Washington, I don't know, somewhere up there where
Seattle?
Twilight is filmed.
I don't know, somewhere.
And we were like, oh, she invited us to a party. Oh, what dish can we bring? And she was like, what are you talking about?
Bring a dish.
Why would you bring a dish to my
Like
house?
that was the strangest
I
thing
think
to
she
her.
thought like just an empty plate.
Well, I thought she kind of was offended. Like, you think I don't want to have like food provided?
No, you don't do that in the South.
No, in the South, you always bring something to
Everybody,
eat.
the host supplies a protein,
Yeah,
a meat
typically
of some sort.
Yeah, some sort.
And then everybody brings
Anything else?
A
It's
dish.
wide open. Dessert, appetizer, side of corn,
absolutely.
whatever. But you bring something. You don't show up empty-handed.
Absolutely.
So if I'm going to throw this psychic party, you're not inviting Brooke. I'm just kidding. Actually, she was one of my people in my mind.
Oh, that'd be
But
fun.
anyway, but it's your birthday. So
Okay.
I'm not putting anybody in my mind. It's open to you. So, but now we put it
no
out there. So
pressure.
it'd be
Now I have
really
to invite
rude if you didn't invite her. Oh, but anyway, it's with Mary Lou.
Okay.
You don't know Mary Lou.
Oh, good. Because I was like, I don't know who that is, but I feel like I should.
Well, you're not the psychic here, Erin. Mary Lou is.
Right.
The clairvoyant, if you will. That's what her business card says. My colleague and good friend Katie is the one who told me about her, and she talks about her all the time.
Okay.
Like, so way before I decided to do this, she's like, oh, yeah, she's like told me things that came to fruition.
Whoa.
Like, there's things right now that last time she went, she thinks that they're like actually starting to happen. And
Oh, man.
so she's like, comes highly recommended
Okay.
and way cheaper than your friend Teresa's.
Oh, good. I
You
know.
could take that out. Holy cow,
I
Erin.
know. I can't afford her. While you drink, my favorite billboard I've ever seen was a billboard that said, "Psychics wanted. You know where to apply."
That's perfect. I love it. But yeah, so word has it, Mary Lou is amazing.
Okay.
I'm super excited. So I'm just in the very beginnings of like talking to her about how this will work.
Okay.
We also have to like pick a date just a couple months out because she's booked solid. And
Okay.
she's good. You know,
All
like,
right.
whatever. So we have plenty of time to like pick a date.
Okay.
Which is kind of good. Like, get us through the holidays, give us something to look forward to. So,
Sure.
even though it's for your birthday, it's going to be a little bit further down the road. Now, that's door number 3. I mean, you still have 2 more options if you'd like to go them.
I want to hear them.
If you pick them, you have to take them. Oh, I'm kidding. I
What?
just changed the rules. I mean, like, liven it up a little bit.
Can I consult with Mary Lou before I pick?
Ooh, that's kind of smart. But
Right?
no, because then you would have already had door
Oh.
number 3.
Well,
Okay. All right, fine. It's your birthday. Gosh, you're such a brat. I did call you a brat this weekend. I thought that was kind of funny.
on the podcast or when?
No, on the text message because you got mad at me. I was out shopping, grocery shopping
Oh, yeah.
for all of your birthday lunch. Like, I made you
Yeah.
lunch, I made you dessert, I made you drinks.
It was so nice. It was
Right.
so nice.
And so did our other sister, but we were going to buy all of these things and I'm gone. And you're
Uh-huh.
like, bitch, are you out?
Well,
Like,
I listen, first of all, I sent you a message because I heard either a firework on November 5th
yeah.
or a gunshot. And I thought, well, I'll document the time I hear this
Mhm.
in case the police come to my door and I can say, yes, this gunshot was at
Here,
this time.
hold on, let me pull my text up. Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. So I sent you a message and I said either a gunshot or firework. Weird. And then, like, right at that time. And then a minute or 2 later, 2 more go off.
Mm.
So I send you another message. Okay, there must be a fireworks show. Either that or murder is happening.
Documented.
2 more gunshots. And you said, oh, I'm not home. And it was Saturday night of my birthday weekend while I laid in my bed with my sleeping husband doing jack shit.
Oh,
Because even though I was going to go do something else,
oh,
and I thought he kind of made it sound like he had plans.
oh,
I was like, oh, I got invited to this. And he was like, oh, I mean, I guess that's fine. So I was like, oh, well, I don't have to. It's fine. No, he had no plans.
Oh,
His plan was to sleep.
that little twerp.
Yeah, so I was doing nothing fun on my birthday weekend. And then you're like, I'm not home.
Yeah, you were
It was
like,
like 11 o'clock on
you
Saturday.
send back all couples. What? question mark, question mark. And I could feel the like you meant that what? You're like,
yeah.
you're out doing something on my birthday. So I just am like, look, you little brat, I'm out buying all of your things for your birthday at 9:00 at night because that's what a good sister I am.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just was sure you were like out
gallivanting
fire pit with
Hell
Tim
no.
and Chad.
Oh my
or
gosh,
something
and
amazing.
didn't invite you.
Yeah.
You're such a dork. That when in the history of time has that ever happened?
It has happened, Megan. It's happened.
Like when you lived in Owensboro?
No. You will be like, oh, I just had to get out of my house. So I called Tim and Chad.
Oh,
and
no,
we had
that's
so
different.
much fun.
That's them calling me or me having to get like away.
You don't think I need to get away? You don't think you could say, hey, I'm
Look,
getting away?
Next time I go buy your birthday supplies, I will invite you. I'll just tell you to look away. You little brat. Anyway, I don't know. I called you brat a second ago too. Because you want all 3 prizes. You only get to pick one,
I'm just
Erin.
curious to know what they are.
Okay, so door number 1 or door number 2?
Door number 1.
Okay. Now this one was not my pick. This was James's pick.
Okay.
So again, still on the table if this is what you choose. Now, I'm not going to lie. If you choose this one, full of judgment. I will judge you hard.
Okay.
It is a Harry Potter wand that actually shoots fireballs.
I don't want that, but that's so
God,
nice.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
It sounds like just accident waiting to happen. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to buy you a burnt down house.
I'm also aware that I'm not actually magic. I know that. I don't need to feel like I'm magic.
Okay, well, James had it all picked out. I thought, oh, she's going to love this. And I went with my instinct and I was like, we could do better than that.
That's really sweet, James. But no, thank you. I like even at Harry Potter World, like you can do the spells to make things happen. And I was like, this is cool for like a minute. But now I've got this wand I got to carry around everywhere. And I know I'm not actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the machine.
But you could actually shoot fireballs.
Yeah, that's cool. But
like at your kids.
Sounds
like at your students.
Really scary. Yeah.
I know.
There you go.
Right? I thought good classroom management 101 right there.
Time to actually join the teachers union if I'm going to start doing that.
True. Very true. All right. Well, door number 2.
Last but not least.
This one is, I feel like this one might be.
Just kidding. I love it, James. Thank you.
Okay. This one, I didn't pick it out. He did. You don't hurt my feelings at all.
No, I said
Plus,
thanks, James. I'm just saying just in case, a random chance.
Oh, please. He's fine. If this is the one we're worried about him listening to, I don't think so. There's plenty others. Did you hear me going on and on about Danny's tush last week? Okay. Anyway, this one's like neck and neck with Mary Lou. I feel like you could pick this one over her.
Okay. Sorry, Mary Lou.
And if that's the case, Mary Lou, just know that this woman loves her charcuterie boards.
I do love a charcuterie board.
So would you like your gigantic charcuterie board from Target?
No, because I'm going to use Nan and G-Pop's money to go buy that.
Oh, it all Mary Lou, you're still in the running.
Mary Lou, yay, I can't wait to meet
Yay.
you.
Okay, well,
She
winner,
knew
winner,
all
chicken
along.
dinner.
She knew I was going to pick number 3.
I feel like that was so suspenseful. Everybody was like, is she going to pick door number 1, 2, or 3? And which one is she finally going to go with?
So glad I picked the right one.
I think you did. And
I did.
That's almost like it was psychic.
And
like
you know what I'm going to bring to your Mary Lou party?
A charcuterie.
A charcuterie on my beautiful board.
And a fire throwing wand? Nope. That one's out.
Nope, that one's out. That one's out. You know what? I could probably, I've got like those long lighters.
Yeah.
I could probably turn that into a wand. We'll just tell James she picked it. And then we'll show him that. And he'll be like, it's magic.
Oh, too funny. All right. Well, I will let you know. Well, actually, I will work with you because you kind of have to be there. So I need you to help pick out the date.
Yeah.
And let me know who you want to go. And there you go. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Cool. I love it. That's awesome. Well, before we move on to stories,
okay,
I got to tell you something that one of my besties sent me.
Oh, what was it?
This is a different Brooke.
Okay.
Some may say the original Brooke.
The OG.
The OG goat, of my life. That's right. Of my Brooks in my life. So
I mean, that was a little harsh. The greatest of all time.
I didn't
Brooke.
say that.
I did, and then I thought, oh damn, I really do love our Brooke too. Like our shared Brooke.
Yeah, I love our shared Brooke.
I think
they're
goats.
both kind of shared.
I think you're both goats. You're both the greatest of all time.
Do you know that Meryl Streep kept getting called that on like the set of that one movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence?
No,
and she thought they were making fun of her, and didn't. She didn't bring it up until like. I don't know. They were doing interviews for like press later, and she's like, "I know they keep calling me a goat," and they were like, "That's because you're the greatest of all time. It's a compliment." She was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so funny."
That's hilarious.
Okay, so the original Brooke of my life, my bestie Brooke, sent me these. You know, I've talked about her before. She's the one who's like,
we did cryptids. and coffee with Brooke.
Yeah. Brooke has been on the show. And she is like the tourism person. Well, at least she was of Hopkinsville. But she has just accepted a job in New Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know that?
So, yes, I saw it on Facebook. That's amazing.
It's very cool. Apparently they're known for their hot air balloons.
Oh, I love that. I did think I knew that somehow.
That's weird.
I feel like maybe I subbed in a class once.
Okay.
I did a social studies little unit because it's all coming back to me. I can picture like the PBS special on it.
Okay. Well, she sent us this thing that Kentucky is doing called Kentucky After Dark. It's not sexy though.
Oh,
it sounds
damn.
sexy. I mean, maybe it is. I haven't been
we
to it
could
yet.
try.
Right. If we're going, it will be.
The second we walk in.
But it's a passport,
Oh.
and it has all of these little locations that you can go and like get your passport stamped of spooky haunted places in Kentucky.
What?
So there's
is
one.
So cool.
I know there's one in Brandenburg, Georgetown, Franklin, Mayfield, Lawrenceburg, Oldham County,
Hey.
Hopkinsville, Henderson, Louisville, Richmond, and Cadiz.
Katie's, Kentucky. Wow.
Isn't that
That is
fun?
so cool. And you know what? It's almost like she listened to that one episode where I was supposed to come up with some spooky things for us to do. Never did.
That's
Bitch,
right.
You got a psychic. Stop being a brat tonight. Anyway, I love that. That is so cool.
Yeah, so she sent us 2 little stickers for our Hopkinsville, stamp of approval.
Well, I didn't go yet, Top.
I know. Well, we get to cheat, I guess.
Oh, okay.
She says E and M had to make sure y'all had your very own Kentucky After Dark passports. Hopkinsville sticker included for you to affix accordingly. Love to you both, B.
Oh, I love that, Brooke. That is so cool.
I know, and their sticker is this cute. It's one of the gray men.
Oh, funny. I love it.
Yeah. I know, so cute. So I thought I'd shout that out if you're near Kentucky. It's a fun thing to be doing.
Yeah, that is. So where do they get them from? You guys just got to know Brooke.
You probably, yep. You probably have to go to like a tourism of Kentucky.
Or Brooke's
Hold on.
house. Let's just give everybody her address.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, Brooke's house. Was that right?
No. So go to, if you're interested in it, go to KentuckyAfterDark.com to find out more information.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, well, I think we have gone on and on, so it's time to...
I know. Would you stop talking about your birthday? We already did this last weekend. Here we are again.
It's time to wrap it up, get some more drinks, and we'll start back in with some stories.
Not about your birthday. All right, so my story tonight is from the lovely Angie, who we haven't heard from in a while, so we're super excited.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie. Here we go. So Angie has a little bit of a trigger warning. Her story does contain murder.
Murder.
Ladies, yeah, it's me again, your favorite Canadian. Hey, listen, Angie, you're a little arrogant.
Also, tonight, yeah, sure.
And not wrong. Yeah.
Y'all cut when I was griping about my husband, but usually I save him for that
Although
spot.
your
But
children are
tonight-
kind of partially
they're
Canadian.
like a quarter.
True. Full blood Canadian over here. Yes,
Right.
you are a favorite. Okay. I mean, tonight when Kevin's in the doghouse.
Right.
This story creeped me out so bad, and I almost feel that I didn't get the full story.
Oh, okay.
Last year, when I fell and broke my leg and was in the hospital for 10 days.
Oh, it's awful. I know. I remember that.
I do too. That's horrible. I had a visitor whom I knew from my hometown. Okay, now listen, favorite Canadian. You say this as though we know what it is. In the NWT.
Northwestern Territory.
Oh, territory. I said tip. That's more fun.
That's just the tip.
Just the tip. Way up in northern Canada, parallel to Alaska for you Southerners. Okay. Thank you, Canadian. Canadian splaining Canadian. When I lived there, mid-'80s, there was this old gas station that I used. The old guy who owned it was named Jack. Trigger warning, old Jack was robbed one night and stabbed multiple times.
Oh, gosh.
I know, isn't that awful? I didn't think that happened in Canada. Poor soul bled out days later. He was found while still alive, but again, his age and remoteness didn't help. Now, the strange thing is that old Jack never used his cash register. He would just stuff cash in his pockets. Here's my thing. What about when they needed change?
Yeah, that's weird.
Maybe he was just really good. Like, he's like, this pocket, I got cash. This pocket, I got my loose change. And anyway. Think dirty coveralls that are too big. Old Jack didn't have any family, and so his stuff was packed up and the gas station was torn down. It was older than old Jack. They took the gas pumps out and stacked all the machines into one part of the yard. Here is the spooky part. As they were clearing up all the debris, the gas pumps lit up.
Ooh.
How in the hell does that happen without power? So at first I was thinking, well, I mean, like, maybe the power's not turned on per se. But then listen, they were stacked up. So they were taken, they were like in a stack, in a pile, junk pile.
Oh, that's weird.
Mm-hmm. They were stacked up with all the other junk. No electrical outlets, no nothing. But that pump lit up and was ready to be used. Here's where the info gets murky. No one knows where those gas pumps went because everyone who was there that moment said bye and left because they had the skivvies, whatever, they were scared. Rest in peace, old Jack. Regards, Angie again. Oh, Angie again. Wow, I love your ending. Skitters. It's Skeeters for the record. It's Skitters for the record. It's Aaron's story. How the hell do I know? Anyway, it's Skitters. Here's what I'm going to say. Maybe it wasn't plugged into anything, but can't there be an electrical charge still in it somehow?
I don't think that's how electricity works.
I think it might be. I think something happens. I think, well, we don't know what is inside of that gas pump. Like, is it battery run? Is there any sort of like, I don't know. There's got to be some way where there's like a little mini generator in something sometimes.
Okay.
You know, in case of an emergency.
And they all three went off at the same time. Didn't you say there were a couple of them?
No, you're filling that part in.
Oh,
she said the gas pump lit up. She didn't say all the gas pumps lit up.
Okay, I definitely was picturing 3 of them.
No, it was not plural. She said the gas pump lit up. So we're talking one with a little mini generator in it. Something went off. I don't know if that's really the correct term, but people are, in case of emergency, these things can turn on in case the power goes out.
I've seen Walking Dead. I don't think that's how it works. When the power goes out, it's done.
Not for years later that generator's going to run out. But we not like right away in Walking Dead.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's my thought. But I really just thought there'd be a sound of a cash register somewhere in that story. I kept waiting for it. But old Jack, he's a sly little guy. I don't know. And also, I know where those gas stations ended up. In any bachelor pad anywhere. If you're driving across the road and a guy sees like just a gas pump.
Yeah, why do they want that? But they do.
They do. Like, oh, that's mine. I'm going to grab that because that looks so cool in my basement. Will it?
Yeah. Why?
You know why they can get away with it? Because they don't have a wife that's like, the hell you're bringing that into my house.
Right.
No, you're not. And it looks like it could be haunted. Turn your little ass around and get out of here.
Oh, boy. Wow. All right. I love it, Angie. Thank you for writing in. Okay, I'm going to read a story. Hold on.
While I clink, clink, mice.
Yep. By Heather.
Ooh, I am so nice to you, Aaron. I gave you this one tonight because it was your birthday. Good grief. When is your birthday going to be over? But I've had like an exchange with Heather.
Oh, so you know
DM.
something's coming up here.
I slid into Heather's DM.
Nice. Heather's little picture is so tiny, but she looks so familiar to me in this little
she's beautiful.
Picture. She is beautiful. Okay. My new haunted house is the subject. New is in one quotation. What is that called? When there's just one.
Yeah, we've said this before.
Yeah.
And I can't believe Stephanie never stepped up to tell us what it is.
Come on, Stephanie.
Italic. Nope. That's like slanted.
Yeah, it's okay. We're moving on.
An asterisk? Nope. That's like the little star. Good grief.
Okay. My new haunted house. Author's note. I'm sorry this is long. I tried to be succinct. I had to read it out loud before I figured it was.
Mm-hmm. You just keep going on. I might not listen to a word you're saying because I am going to figure out what that is called. Go ahead.
Okay. I tried to be succinct as possible without eliminating key details. If you need to edit for length, I completely understand. I wanted to leave this in because we cannot express enough. Leave them long. We like them long.
Yeah.
We read 2 stories and y'all want an hour episode.
Yeah. So here we go. This might be an hour worth.
Bring it on. I bought this house in December 2021, selling my house and my aging parents' house so that we could cohabitate and I could take care of them.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. The house was built in 1956, predominantly stone, 2 stories with a full finished basement, needed for a blended family of 7, my 3 teenage sons, my parents, me, my fiance.
Wow, that is that's honorable.
Yeah. I bought it from a retired couple who had only lived there for less than 2 years. They had bought it from an estate of the original owners, a family with 4 children. I knew that the original owners had died in the house of old age, and the kids had kept the house as a reunion pad for decades, largely vacant. One thing, looking back, that was strange was that the couple we bought the house from was living in a big camper parked in the driveway. Oh, that's
I think that's
not
a red flag.
Good sign.
Like either that or it's like either it's haunted or there's some sort of slow leaking gas.
Right. Either way,
Not good.
Not good.
Get out.
never a green flag when you see them.
Mm-mm.
And they were very quick to sell, not even countering my low ball offer. It needed a lot of updating. Every wall was off-white. All the woodwork was amber shellac.
Wow, I don't even know what that is,
It's
but
like
it sounds crazy.
Burnt orangey color.
Ooh, wow. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Shellac, too, so it's not easy to paint over. That's
Also
like
kind of sounds like
shiny.
a stripper's name, Amber Shellac. And welcome to the stage, Amber Shellac.
Ooh, it's
I bet she's
sexy.
very shiny and okay, go ahead. Maybe
Tan?
not.
I don't know.
Yeah, little orange color. Some might say tan.
Okay. And the multicolored bathrooms were original, as was the kitchen. I got right to work. I got everyone settled in their bedrooms, putting my parents in the in-law suite with the walkout basement. There wasn't really any activity for quite a while, until we had a surprise visitor in August of last year. Backtrack 2 weeks in mid-July, I had gone to an event at my local witchy metaphysical shop.
Ooh,
Look at all of y'all just
Shelby's.
knowing where to go to these places.
Right?
Somebody look that up for me in Louisville. I'll forget as soon as I'm done.
Yeah, metaphysical.
I want to go to a witchy metaphysical shop.
Okay.
All right.
But I bet that's on our tour, ghost tour.
Yeah. Okay. With a few different readers. Does that mean like people?
readers?
She just held up glasses to her face, like fingers as glasses. No. That's what I was going to ask. Do you think she means like psychic readers?
Yeah. That's user context clues. I think that's where she's at.
Okay. I didn't know these ladies and they didn't. Oh, she's calling them ladies. So yeah, it feels good.
Yep.
I didn't know these ladies and they didn't know anything about me except my first name, as I was a walk-in. The first reader I met was Lisa, a medium. I didn't have any specific questions. I said, just tell me what you get. First thing she said was, your house. Does it have a basement?
Ooh.
I said, yes, thinking in this area, almost every house has a basement. Nothing remarkable about that. She said, there's something down there and you should get rid of it.
Oh my gosh.
I was taken aback, but thought, okay.
Is it a gas pump that her husband had brought home?
Right, you nerd. Oh, goodness. I was taken aback, but thought, okay, I'll sage, no problem. She went on with a few more details about how there were these kids that were in a cornfield and flattened out a circle and were messing around, trying to scare each other. They probably summoned something by accident. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. I didn't know things lived in cornfields.
Well, like signs, like the...
Okay. So like a UFO.
Which has all been proven to be man-made.
Yeah.
Such a bummer.
Right. But then
Also
again,
kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, and also like very creative.
I mean,
The maniacal
mathematical
genius. Yes.
I mean, it's like incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And proven by who?
I think they admitted it. I think the guys were like, we were doing this.
Yeah, but did they? Or were they just like, we want credit for it?
That's true. That's very true. Look at you believing in everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just skeptical in all angles.
Oh, okay. You're just extra skeptical going back.
Yep.
Okay. I do know that my neighborhood was very likely farmland before the houses were built back in the 1950s, as we are all still very rural here. So, back to August. Hot, sunny day, out running errands with my 16-year-old son. Pull into driveway, and there's an older couple standing on my front porch.
I don't like that at all.
No, thank you. I get out of my car and walk up, and they introduce themselves. The wife grew up in the house, and her dad was the one who had built it.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
And they were visiting from California. Would you let somebody come into your house who had lived there before? I probably would too.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, every time.
Yep.
You know, they could look scary, and I'd be like,
I mean,
sure.
Well, you grew up here. Come on.
I know.
Let me show you all the remodels we did. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I know. Please nobody come to our house and tell us that.
Oh,
unless you have good
put
intentions.
That out there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Like idiots. Oh my gosh. And we live across the street. They're going to get me first, then they're going to go over to you. Like, no, watch. Now we can get the sister too.
Now we've said it. People will be on to them.
Mm-hmm.
She went on to tell me about some of the quirky craftsmanship things, laundry chute, etc., including the room below the 2-car garage that was originally intended to be an indoor swimming pool.
Oh, that's cool.
Nothing really weird. They seemed like normal people. We had a nice short visit and they left. Then all hell broke loose.
Oh, no.
Within 24 hours, strange things started happening. There was suddenly a huge swarm of houseflies in the garage. Ugh.
Oop, they put a dead fish in there.
Oh my gosh.
They put something in there to make those.
You and I discovered.
They want them out. They want these people out.
Ooh, that's
Look at me
very
skipping
clever.
ahead to my
That is very clever.
debunk.
I learned during that last movie night movie how much both of us have a visceral reaction
Oh,
to flies.
Can't do it. Cannot do
So
it.
gross.
When they like start getting on the face.
No,
And
gross.
then that one crawled in her nose.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh
if y'all
my
need a
gosh.
good, crazy movie to watch,
Drag Me to Hell.
Drag Me to Hell.
That's the name of the movie. I'm not like
not a
making a
request.
weird request.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was really so good.
It was so good. There are some, I feel like we need to warn.
stereotypes that shouldn't really be there.
Yes, but the movie premise was very enjoyable.
Uh-huh.
Okay, literally hundreds covering the insides of a window,
Mm-mm.
completely enclosed and no trash or anything to attract them stored inside.
But I bet they cut off the head of a fish and just like smeared the guts on it.
Oh, that's so gross, Megan. No explanation on how they got in.
I just explained it, Heather.
She didn't know you were going to say that.
If you would listen.
This isn't Martha Lou. Who's
Okay.
doing her reading? Okay.
Mary Lou. She
Mary
was
Lou.
going to till she listened to this episode.
I wasn't making fun of her. I
Uh-huh.
just didn't remember her name. I was getting chills, like goosebumps, at everything, so much so that I thought I was coming down with something. My son started hearing scratching and knocking from the eaves space on the second floor and attic. I heard them too. Shadow figures and dark mists were seen in peripheral vision. I
Hmm.
started to feel like I was being watched. It was very unnerving.
Ooh,
Ooh, it sounds horrible.
it does.
To try to make whatever there was go away, I did a sage cleansing. I kicked everyone else out of the house to get some ice cream and saged the whole house top to bottom. Set the smoke alarms off and everything.
Wow.
It felt a little better and I thought we were going to be fine. The sage wound up making it worse.
Oh no.
I started waking up in the wee hours, always 2 to 3 a.m., and feeling like something startled me awake. Oh, gosh.
Mm.
But I could never identify what it was. I would lay there trying to fall back asleep and then hear the scratching, knocking, and then the whispering started.
Ew.
Oh, that's so scary.
Whispering is the worst.
Oh, that's so scary. It was completely unintelligible, just muffled enough to not be able to make out words. On several occasions, I woke up laying on my back and could feel something just inches above my face. Like my breath was hitting something solid,
Nope.
and there was a smell.
Nope.
And I know it wasn't me. I always showered before bed.
I love that because sometimes you're like, oh my God, I think that is me.
Reek.
Holy
That's so
cow.
embarrassing.
Wow.
When I was pregnant, I could smell my stinky feet all the time.
Oh,
And
stinky feet are the worst.
I kept asking people, I'm like, can you smell my feet? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I can smell
How,
them.
if I can smell them,
Right.
you can definitely
And
smell
I'm
them.
so short, so I'm pretty close to my feet. But it just made me so paranoid all the time. But they insisted they couldn't smell them.
I totally got caught putting deodorant on today in my office.
Oh,
but
that's always
whatever.
fun.
I'm like, I don't even care. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah. What's the alternative?
Right. I mean, would you rather me just stink? But like Paige and I share an office and there's like a window.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh gosh, I need some deodorant. But I also forget that there's like a window there.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh. And then like she's like, you're welcome. Luckily we're getting along enough. She laughs.
Okay. I know it wasn't me. I always shower before bed. This smelled like the worst body odor / old person stench,
Yep,
hovering,
it's them.
hovering like a cloud around me. I was terrified. I needed to do something to make this go away. Let me also say that my teenage boys were not sleeping okay either, and were very frightened. My parents hadn't experienced anything down in their area and are total skeptics and tolerate my spiritual beliefs. Sounds like our family dynamic. Same with my fiance. He's cool with whatever. He just hadn't really experienced anything and was staying over at the house a couple times per week at this point. I got back in touch with the medium lady from July. I explained to her what was going on and that I needed help. She said that the thing that was here was not just one thing. There were now several. She said she thought I had a portal. Oh, no, that's not good. And that the daughter visiting woke something up.
The old couple was the daughter? Oh, because they used to live there.
Yeah, like the older man was her dad who built the house. and she was the daughter of the man.
Okay,
Or maybe
I was picturing a couple.
Hold on, maybe she said my dad built this house.
I don't
And
know.
there
The
was no
story
old
is
man.
so long. Heather, I really am kidding. I promise you, it's so good.
It's so good. I'm glad it's so long.
Go on.
That's what she said. Okay. And I needed to bust out the big guns that Sage was not going to do anything. It was like a Walmart on Saturday, and these energies were attracted to the portal energy and me because I am open to it. She said that the portal was in the basement. If you go in, it's back and to the right. That's so weird that she's not even there.
Mm-hmm. I have a theory.
This is where the swimming pool room was. At this time, I hadn't done a thing with the space. It was dark and creepy with a flickering fluorescent light that took 2 minutes to just come on. She told me the basics on how to close this portal, but I had to find its exact location to do this. And how do you find a portal, you ask? A pendulum. Ooh, that's so cool. I borrowed one from a friend and went to the basement, making one of my sons go with me. I was a little nervous. Pause to say, at this time...
I mean, you are going portal hunting.
Yeah.
It might be a little warrant for some nerves.
And you got teenage sons. It's not like she's bringing her 8-year-old in there.
Right. I mean, you do have a little bit of backup, but still, like, she's like, I was a little nervous. I'm like, yeah. I'd imagine.
Right.
I'm going to go find a portal to hell. I'm cool as a cucumber. Let's
fine.
go do this.
Pause to say, at this point, last summer, this was all completely new to me. I am a practicing eclectic witch, but had never done anything beyond saging. I turned to Google, books, and my Facebook groups. I read everything I could get my hands on as far as what was stronger than sage for banishing negative energies. I came across some information on using frankincense and myrrh resins burned on a charcoal disc to cleanse the space, that there was nothing stronger than this.
Well, it is Jesus' spices,
Right. If
right?
it works for Jesus, it works for...
Mm-hmm.
You imagine getting that gift as a new mom.
I'd be so pissed. Like, where is the boppy?
Yeah, this is
Motherfucker.
so stupid. Unless Jesus was haunted. He probably kind of was.
I mean, he had something going
Very spiritual.
on. Very.
All right, I feel like we need to
Yeah,
ease
let's
our
steer away
way
from
out
that.
of this.
Back on up, girl. Back it on up.
And to follow it with something called tar water, used in hoodoo practice
Ooh.
for sealing and protecting.
So what's the difference between hoodoo and voodoo?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Who
I want to
do
know.
you know who we could ask?
I like what you did there.
Thank you.
It was such a Gary Clem moment, but it was great.
I hunted down material and got to work. Back to the basement, I went to this creepy room, standing still outside. I reached in and flipped the light switch on. Nothing. Light from the hallway area behind me illuminated enough that I could see a few boxes and Rubbermaid containers that had been set in there. As I was standing in the doorway, praying and crapping.
Crapping? Whoa. It's not where I thought the story was going to go.
Standing in the hallway,
I'm
praying.
here
and
for it. I'd like to know more. This is fascinating.
Such a visual.
So nonchalant about it.
I just
Right in the
picture
hallway.
squatting,
Right.
praying.
She's just terrified. She's like, oh, hold on. I gotta take care of this real fast.
I gotta crap.
no.
Oh, I'm gonna start saying that every time I have to go to that. Look, I gotta crap.
Oh my gosh. It would really probably throw the spirit off. Like,
Suddenly you'd hear
wait,
the
what?
you'd
What
hear
is
him
she
giggle.
doing? Like looking at the other spirit, like, oh my God, this has never happened before.
yeah, that's like good self defense. If somebody's
It
gonna
really
kidnap you,
is.
you just start acting really weird.
Yeah.
You start praying and crapping right there.
Oh my gosh. Praying and crapping. That's gotta be the title. Oh my
My
God.
sides hurt so bad. Okay.
Oh man. Hold
Heather,
on.
I'm so sorry
Hold on,
that
please.
anybody is picturing you crapping right now.
Oh, and she's so pretty.
I know. I'm so
I
sorry.
usually picture ugly people crapping.
Oh my gosh.
If you had to picture somebody.
Okay. Light from the hallway. Sorry. Light from the hallway area behind me illuminated enough that I could see the few boxes and Rubbermaid containers that had been set in there.
Where did the crapping come in?
I'm about to read it. I'm about to read it.
I was like, well, now I'm really like, the light was illuminating, and that's where you chose to crap.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe go to a dark corner.
I'm trying to keep it together.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just too many jokes.
Oh, okay. I can't read it.
Well, what in the world can it say? I'm trying to think of a word that's really close to crapping.
It says crapping. Crappy. Okay.
Oh, okay. Crappy. Okay.
As I was standing in the doorway praying, the crappy light comes on. There's a very large shadow mass in the far left upper corner of the room, like up in the ceiling.
Mm.
The walls in there are white painted cinder blocks, and the ceiling is dark, underside of concrete poured garage floor. And I could see a shape of something large.
Ooh.
Dark, kind of like a shadow cloud, but angular, not puffy. Oh, gosh.
That's weird.
I froze. My son saw my reaction and was like, Mom, what? It was at that moment the light started flickering, and just like that, it was gone. But I know what I saw. It was a huge dark shadow figure up in the goddamn ceiling. Heather, I never
You got
said
to say it, Heather.
But I did. You heard it. You heard it. Dad, don't listen. I girded my loins.
Girdled. What's happening here? Crapping, girdling.
I girded my loins, took a deep breath, giving myself chills right now typing this, and yelled at the top of my lungs, get the F out of my house.
Oh, did you say F or did you say
It does say F.
Oh, so you're going to go GD, but you can't say F.
Right.
All right. I like it. I like your style, Heather.
Walked in and just stood there waiting for something else to happen, but nothing did. It felt oddly cold and quiet. I told my son to come with. Let's get this done. I calmed myself down. Trying to use a pendulum while you're shaking doesn't really work. I leaned my arm against solid objects, stopping every few feet to try to see what the pendulum was doing. We made our way across the back wall to the room and got to the far right corner, opposite of where I saw the shadow beast. The pendulum was vibrating, almost violently. My hand was not moving. I was pressing my arm and hand against a weight bench, and this thing was shaking like I've never seen it do before. I marked the spot on the floor with a pendulum sigil, I think is what that is.
Yeah.
In big, fat Sharpie marker. It was very soon after this that I was getting ready to exercise the house, and something pushed my mom.
What? What did she have to do with all this?
That's awful.
And was she in the room or was she somewhere else?
She had gotten up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and while walking back to her bed, felt two large hands push her from the side, and she almost fell. Oh, no. That's awful. Catching herself on a chair. There was nothing on the floor for her to trip over, and as I said before, she is a huge skeptic. It took her 2 days to tell me, and when she did, her voice shook.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh. I can put up with a lot, but when you mess with my mama, it's game on.
Oh.
I set my banishing date for a new moon just as the sun set. Again, I kicked everyone out of the house. Ooh, that's brave. To go and get pizza. They're very food motivated.
I was just thinking that. That's hilarious.
As I only needed about 30 minutes to do what I had to do. I lit the frankincense and myrrh resins and wafted the smoke all over the house, starting from the top down. Every closet, every crawl space, attic, basement room. As I did each room, I put a drop of the tar water in each space, with one on each exterior window and door also. This is excellent advice in case you need this.
I know.
I sealed every mirror in the house with the tar water too, because I was not taking any chance on something hiding in a mirror. When I got to the basement, it was freezing. Yes, the door down there was open to the outside, but it was just bone chilling. When I got to the creepy room, I used the rest of my jar of tar water in there, loudly telling whatever was in there to get the F out with everything I had. I traced the protection sigil. What did we say it was?
Sigil.
I
don't know. I confidently said that. It could be sigil. I don't know. I think sigil.
Okay. I traced the protection sigil over the portal with the tar water and envisioned it was sewn up like a seam. It's been quiet ever since. That was November of last year. I've had the opportunity to do a couple other houses for people who had had undesirable activity in their homes, and this has worked for them also. I have since repeated the tar water protection every few months just to make sure, and also did the perimeter of the property. One really cool thing to come of all this is that when you believe in yourself and trust in your own power, there's nothing you can't do, including get rid of ghosts. I feel like she put that last sentence in just so you're not allowed to debunk it.
Oh,
Like, boom. I believed in myself. You can't say anything else.
Right? I love it. Not enough to not debunk it, but okay. So, stick with me here.
Okay, I can't
But I
wait.
think I was kind of onto something
Okay.
about that old couple or the father-daughter. I don't know. Whatever.
It's unclear.
Whatever their dynamic was. The couple that was on their front porch.
Yeah.
Like, what if they wanted that house so badly,
Uh-huh.
whether they really did live there? Well, they did know some history. So, yeah, let's say they lived there. Or what if they were con artists? Who knows? Why did they want that house so bad? You name it. Maybe there's, I don't know, treasure underneath it. I have no idea.
Okay.
But they wanted that house so bad that they started doing things to make them believe that this house was haunted.
Okay, but how would they get some of that stuff to happen?
Oh, easy. I mean, well, okay, like,
I'm okay with the fish thing. That's interesting.
right, like they put something on the windows that made all of these flies attract.
Although I will say, well, I would let people into my house. I would not let them roam unsupervised.
You might not know that you're doing it. Okay, so so the other day I was talking to Sophie, your daughter, about this. Because she said, why are you so skeptical? And I was like, I don't really know. But I mean, I do know some of it, church and religion and all of that I feel like I was once bamboozled into. And so now I'm a little bit more skeptical about things.
Okay.
But one time I watched, and I don't know, I cannot remember if it was a movie or a series or what, but it was some sort of show about how, and I'm sorry, Mary Lou, if you're listening to this, but how mediums, but like con artist mediums,
Yeah.
would trick and it was it wasn't like a documentary. It was more just like that's what the show was about. Like this couple and it was so fascinating how they made things look so realistic.
Yeah.
And they could make you believe things just through psychology of saying things, doing things. And it made total sense when you watched it being done, like puppet strings being pulled.
Yeah.
So that's what that makes me think of. Like this is two con artists that are going to this house. Maybe this is their thing. They go from house to house. They get you so scared that like you're ready to get out, kind of like the last people who were sleeping out in the camper who were like, this house is haunted.
Then why didn't they buy it before Heather got there?
They needed it to go lowball. They needed to go lower.
She gave him a low ball offer.
Yeah, they needed to go lower.
Ugh.
I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it is a possibility that they could be doing things. So like the whole
was the medium in on it?
Yes, that's exactly what I was.
Shut up.
No, I was. That's exactly what I was thinking about. Like how she knew, like to take her to those. Like she planted those stories. Like if you were to go and visit your childhood home, and you're like, I just want to peek around for a minute. You might not go into detail about all of those past things.
Okay.
But they specifically said, like, oh, and this location and this place. Then later on, this medium is talking about this specific location and how it's of relevance and importance. So it's almost like all of the attention was brought to that one spot. So then when things start getting a little bit weird, it's like, oh, let's go to that one spot.
Yeah, okay. But how, it's not like the medium also came to visit. She went to a random store, started talking to Lisa.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that's how Lisa makes the mark. Like Lisa's like, okay, Lisa gathers the information.
Shoot, she did talk to the psychic first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I don't think that is it, but that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like it's a team of people working together, which is awful, but like that's kind of what this show was like. I really wish I could remember. I remember like watching an episode of it and then not really getting into it, but I thought, ooh, that's a good concept.
Was it the movie Ouija? Origin story?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. This was like it went into more detail and it was like over a span of time and it was good. But anyway, not good enough for me to stay past one episode, but it was like a good concept. But anyway, I think it had that one actress. She was in like Grey's Anatomy, the one who was very disfigured. And
that is Ouija.
That woman is in the same show, and I cannot stand her. She is
not.
maybe you implanted that into me. Anyway,
like, actually, and then there's a Ouija
that
word.
Woman. I can't stand her. She's
also Esme in Twilight.
Oh, even more reason. I don't know what it is. I feel like she's just such a bad actress. Oh, you can just take all that out because I felt very judgy. What if she listens? She'll be so offended. Anyway, my whole point is that I feel like it's just a little suspicious that these two people, everything was fine till these two people show up and then everything starts going wrong. So I get like the paranormal connection of like, ooh, maybe they brought back something from when they were little or whatever. That to me, it sounds more realistic. They're doing things in this house to make you want to leave.
I just don't know, how would you make a pendulum violently vibrate?
Well, maybe they know of something that happens in that specific area, like some sort of magnetic portal? Field, a magnetic field. They know of that location. And then all of a sudden, like, ooh, we could really, like, this is, how are you going to debunk this?
Okay, well then how come Lisa ended up helping her and say, sage is not going to work. You need something stronger. And then set her on the path of frankincense and
because
myrrh.
you have to,
She could have had her. She was like, it's too late. There's nothing we can do to fix it.
So maybe it's an even longer con than what we're thinking.
Oh my gosh. Nothing's happened since last November.
Yeah.
The couple was already old.
Look out, Heather. Look out that we know of.
Oh my gosh. Maybe Lisa was the old woman in disguise.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's ridiculous.
Like Scooby-Doo style.
Right.
She like takes it off.
Would have gotten away with it.
These
We're being meddling kids.
Damn kids. Oh, in my Scooby-Doo version, they cuss.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, that's
their
what I'm
name
going to go
David.
with. I think these people wanted them out. I don't know why. I don't know if something changed and like, oh, never mind, we don't want them out anymore. I have no idea.
I don't know.
But I do think there's something worth investigating there.
I have gone back to fully not trusting you because she ends up helping. If Lisa hadn't pointed her in the right direction.
I'm not the con artist here.
I'm just saying, I was like, oh, that is kind of convenient. You almost had me, and now you don't. I'm back.
What if it's just so that Lisa can build this great amount of trust?
No way.
Yeah, it happens. Weird things like that happen. People
What's
do things.
the scratching and the whispering? Just them living up in the attic doing this?
No, I think that could totally be these, like she said, an old person smell.
Yeah.
Like
right in front of her, though.
Yeah, but it also sounds like she can't see anything. So how dark is your bedroom?
Yeah,
that's weird.
But sometimes you can't see something, but you can smell it because there's a spirit there.
Because there's an old woman leaning over you.
Exactly, that you can't see because she's
not a
spirit.
Ghost. It is a real human being trying to get you to leave.
No, you're wrong.
Well,
you're wrong.
I don't know. Who knows? All I know is it's scary enough to make you crap in the hallway. Oh, great story, Heather.
Yes,
I mean,
excellent.
That is so creepy, but watch out. Keep your eyes out. Keep your intuition ready to go at any time.
Okay, fine. Okay, well, I am going to do fan favorite this week.
Well, it's your birthday. Might as well, you little brat.
I know I never do fan favorite, but I met these really nice sisters.
Oh.
When I didn't even brag about this. I got to go meet my favorite podcasters.
Oh.
Tony and Ryan from the Tony and Ryan podcast in Australia.
Gosh. They're the best.
They're so funny. I love them. So don't love them more than us, but they're so funny. I love them so much. They have a everyday podcast. And I listen to it every morning when I get ready.
Yeah, and their banter is great. If you like our banter, you definitely love their banter.
Yeah, and they come with great accents too, so it's really nice. But they did an American tour, and so they came to Louisville, and I got to meet them. And I was sitting waiting for them to get there because I got there maybe too early. It's
maybe
fine.
You were the first person there.
Maybe I was the first one, but not by long. But I talked to these really sweet sisters who were like 23 and 17, like they were young. It's so cute. And they talked to me the whole time. And one of the sisters was a photographer. And so I said, well, girl, here, you'll be our fan favorite. Because she was like, I'm definitely going to listen. And she even said, if you ever, need a photographer, if you go on location and like if you ever get to go to Waverly and you need to, just tell them you need an extra ticket and I'll go be your photographer.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Right. So she was really sweet. And I've checked out her work. It's really, really cool. She does a lot of like nature photography.
Nice.
She actually just went to Australia.
Wow.
And has all these like surfing pictures.
Oh, how cool.
I mean, her Instagram is beautiful.
So like she's probably too good for us.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But you know, we can pretend.
Right?
So if you would like to follow Kaylee on her Instagram, check out Kaylee, spelled Kaylie .Devon, DEVON, on Instagram, and you can follow her there. And you need to, because her work is really cool.
Awesome. I'll do that.
Yeah, she's got like koala bears and a lot of wildlife. It's just really cool. So thank you, Kaylee. I hope you're listening. She did listen.
Thank you.
They lived in Lexington, so they had a little bit of a drive back, and she sent a message. She's like, we listened the whole way back. We were cracking up. So
that's so cute.
yeah. So thank you. Glad you're listening.
Yeah.
And now I think that means you have to tell them where to find us and all that jazz, and I'll look for a goodbye.
Okay. So you will find us in the same place you find us every week. Just go back to last week's episode and fast forward it till the very end, and Aaron will tell you like all the things. I like here. I think I'll just tell you. I think like we're on Instagram.
Sure.
I think we're on Facebook. Pretty sure we have like a TikTok or two going on. Aaron makes me do. Our socials. I think that's what they are called.
Social Security. No.
Yeah. Yeah. We do have a website, www.myskepticalsister.com.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did I nail it? I was waiting for you to tell me something wrong.
I wasn't really listening, but I think you did it
I didn't
right.
even put like a backslash or like an HTTP in there.
Right.
A colon. Okay. Website. Yeah. Write your stories in. We definitely love stories. What else? Erin's so professional when she does this.
Mm-hmm.
Join our Patreon. I don't know how you would do that. I have no idea. Like if you said, Megan, go join your own Patreon. I'm like, well, I think that's called magic. So there you go. Find some magic and come join our Patreon. $5 tier. We get to watch a movie night once a month. Find it on our website. Oh, yeah. There you go. Find it on our website, that magical website of ours. $3 tier, you can get some like a little sticker or a magnet, I think. Yeah. Do we do them both now? Yep. And Rue is trying to talk us into shirts. I just don't know how to do that affordably. Rue, but you're so fancy. That'd be great. Who wants a shirt? Well, that's a great question. Who wants a shirt? Who wants a shirt? I knew what I was doing. Is this enough to invest in trying to figure out how to do this? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. And yeah, that's about it, I think. Okay. You want to hear my goodbye? Sure. It's Canadian. Oh, I love it. Goodbye. Oh, you bitch. It says, oddly enough, we say goodbye. That's Canadian for goodbye. That's what it says. You're fired. You don't ever get to that job again. Okay. How about, it won't go along with the story at all, but Johnny. Johnny who? Good night. La 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 la. Okay, great. But before you do it, I do want to say thank you to everybody who has said happy birthday on the on the Facebook page. That's been very sweet. Try all that again. Okay. I bought this house in December 2021, selling my house and my aging parents. Selling her house and her aging parents. Don't sell your aging parents. That's so mean. and that my daughter visiting woke something up. Nope, the daughter. I was like, when did she get a daughter? Her daughter came to visit. I was very confused. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to recover from that. She wasn't crapping though. Well, good, but does it say that? What does it say? It does say crapping. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I'm going to read it. Okay. Let's try it. That's all I'm in a picture though. I don't care what you're about to say. Okay. Oh my gosh. Right there in the hallway. The crappy light comes on. I nailed it and you waited to laugh. So I'm going to cut your laugh. Okay. I told my son to come with. I told him. I got time for words. I just got to take it a crap. He had just seen me crap, so we were already kind of awkward. We're like, come on, come with. Let's not talk about what mom just did. No, man. Such a weird thing for me to do. I hope. During a haunting, just not always crapping in the doorways. You might not want to go back there. Mom's crapping in the doorways again. Oh my gosh. Heather, this story is so scary. I'm so sorry. Oh shit. She's like, why did I not write this into like
I know.
Two Girls and a Ghost
legit-
or something else? I don't even know what the
Man.
name of another
I
podcast
know. I'm
is.
so sorry. I'm so glad you did it for us.
Me too. But also do it for them. So, but maybe just change the word from crap to something else.
Oh gosh, no, they could probably read better than I can.
Yeah, they could.